Hey, it's Madison Chase with Black Hollywood Live, and I'm on the set of Rosewood. And if you don't recognize this beautiful woman, I don't know what rock you have been living under, but this is Lorraine Toussaint. I said it right. It's got like a French Toussaint. It sounds got like a French.
It is French.
Yeah,
It means
very
all
French.
saint.
It means all saint, and she is an all saint. I think I've heard really great things about you on the set, listening to other people's interviews. Like Anna, she said you're the mother of the show. So let's talk about Donna Rosewood. Let's talk about your character on the show.
Donna Rosewood, she is the matriarch of this family, of the Rosewood family, and Morris Chestnut is Rosewood himself. Um, well, this is a story. It's a procedural drama. It's half procedural and half family drama. I think no other shows really tried to sort of run those parallel lines and watch how they intersect and how they merge. It's a family run business. And so I play the matriarch of the Rosewood family. Donna Rosewood, gosh, she's a strong black mama. She just, she is flawed in the way our mamas are flawed in terms of she really says exactly what she thinks whenever she thinks she can, which is pretty much all the time, which doesn't always work for her children, as we well know. So, she is a professional woman. She has raised these extraordinary kids. My son and my daughter. My son, who's been compromised health com- health issues since birth. He's a preemie child with a bad heart and many strokes and kidney issues. He's basically a ticking bomb. And this is a show about what happens if this really is the last day of your life. And for the Rosewood character, he is outrunning death. And while he is doing that, he is this extraordinary savant when it comes to identifying through looking at a dead body, because he is a medical examiner. He can tell all sorts of things, not just about the person's death, but as importantly about the person's life, because he has this obvious and not so obvious obsession with life, the essential aspects of life. And yet, still, as a character, he's afraid to live because he's aware that he is dying. So, this character, my character, I also walk a very fine line of terrified of what I know is going to come, maybe sooner than most parents have to deal with their children, but also wanting him desperately to, whatever time he has, live fully, don't be afraid, fearlessly. And you find this character, Donna Rosewood, in the middle of her life, having a bit of an identity crisis. I've just retired from being the principal of the school for 26 years, and maybe about to sue for a divorce from his father, and not sure where I'm going. I haven't had a chance to play a character that is just a woman, just a mom, flawed and quite possibly a little bit lost in that, and yet still strong and fierce loving and opinionated and funny and um, fearful too. She's vulnerable and afraid. It's just a lovely combination of things that make this a subtle and yet juicy character.
It's like a perfect dichotomy because I think in all of us we have those dichotomies where we're powerful yet we're afraid, and so I had a conversation with a friend, and so I was thinking that living in the moment is it's so important, especially when you look at social media, and we talked about that before we started talking on camera, that living in the moment is so important. And I feel like with your personal person, even though I don't know you, I feel like I know your spirit, and you're such a powerful woman. Uh, Off the camera, I don't even know you, but I'm just taking an assumption. But how do you balance your personal Lorraine Toussaint with your character Donna Wood? How do you balance that? Because I feel like you're such a powerful person, How do you balance that with your character?
I balance life and work by being invested in my life. I have a great life, and acting is a part of that life, but it isn't who I am. It's what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's one of the gifts that I get to deliver on this planet. And it's this talent, quote unquote, that I have is something that I've been given charge of. And so I'm an excellent steward to it. But, nope, not but, and I'm passionate about a lot of other things too.
Yeah.
And so when I leave the set, I go to yet another passion. Now, I am spoiled in terms of I have lived a passion based life. I try to not do things I'm not passionate about. But I find that if I come from that, pretty much lots of little tiny moments that most people wouldn't consider significant or worthy of one's passion, I do.
Yeah.
So, you know, a sunset or a flower or just a moment, you see something. I was talking yesterday about a project, and all of a sudden, the most beautiful, huge monarch butterfly just kept flitting up to my window and fly, and just it was. But I pause for moments. I stop.
Yeah.
I am in search of moments all day and all night. Dream space is a great space to consciously explore.
Yeah.
So I live big.
Yeah.
I live I live very big.
Yeah.
So that's some of what you may feel that I bring to the work, because to serve the work, I think I charge myself with living big.
Yeah.
And I don't mean living big out there.
Yeah.
I mean living big in here.
Yeah.
So I tend to turn down a lot of the external noises too.
Yeah.
I don't really have a television. I don't access a lot of external noise because the world is getting noisier and noisier and seemingly harder and harder to hear what's actually being whispered to us. And so I'm always um, listening for the whisper voice.
Yeah. I love you, Lorraine. I knew I loved you before I talked to you. So I know we want to create some positive noise because I think this show is going to be a hit, and I'm prayerful that it is because I feel like people need to live in the moment and they need this example of living in the moment. So I hope you're live tweeting, even if you don't really. Okay, so
I have become a tweeter.
Okay, so we want to keep up with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. LP Toussaint.
Okay,
that's me. Yeah, I do tweet. I actually I answer people's tweets like they're actually talking to me, and so every so often I'll go on and just answer people. And so yeah, I do live tweet. Yeah.
Okay, so LP Toussaint, this is Rosewood. I'm on the set, so make sure you live tweet with her and ask her questions because I know I'm going to be asking her tons of questions. So thank you, Lorraine Toussaint, for stopping by.
September 23rd.
Yes, September 23rd.
I think I'm more excited about this show than almost any show I've done in a while. Because it's a perfect storm.
It is. It's a perfect dichotomy of storms. So congratulations and thank you for stopping by Black Hollywood Live.
Thank you so much. You're lovely.
You're so beautiful. Thank you.